Hello, this is Will from JourneyToWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm here to talk about the best trades of April 3rd, 2012. I pretty disappointed at what I did today. In the morning there wasn't much opportunity, so I didn't really try to push that hard. I gave things a couple of tries and it didn't work. But towards the end of the day, that's kind of when um, I'll show you what happened. So let me go through the trades real quick. First trade was in Cavm. It was one of the strongest stocks of today, this morning. Pretty nice opening move. Then it formed a wedge here. So I gave this area a try. I bought small around the 55, but as you can see, it kind of dropped here, and I hit out of that. So I waited until there was a very clean break away from this wedge, which happened here, and that's when I got involved. I believe there was a 13-minute inside bar that I actually traded off of right here. So once the 13-minute inside bar broke through, and I got in at 64. So it kind of broke out and stalled for a little bit and broke out again. I was watching the tape, and it just didn't really seem super strong. After the breakout, offers were being paid, but not really that aggressively, and only a handful of bids was able to drop it back down really quick. So I kind of took a while, but I was able to offer out at 84 cents just to make the trade. And at this point, I kind of wanted to move my stop up. So what I was doing was I was kind of extending that trend line, and I noticed that I wanted to move my stop up to around I think below these candles here, so around 68. But the second that I canceled my stop to add in a new one, boom, it dropped down, and I ended up just hitting out at 60 cents. But that's my only profitable trade, and it basically didn't do anything. I should have been maybe more aggressive, trying to recover at close to the high of the day, or hit out close to the high of the day. But I really didn't expect much from this trade, just based off of how the tape was trading. Next stock I traded was ESRX, another super strong stock. But for some reason, I wanted to fade against the high of the day. So I faded 57, because I know if you look at the 2-day level, the high here was 57.05, so I had a stop above 57.05. So I shorted 500 shares at 99, but I noticed that there was quite a bit of buying at 88, 89, so I just covered 300 shares right at 89 just to make the trade, and I let the other 200 stop me out. Got a little bit of slippage, but it got out at 09. So I probably should have had a long bias on this, because it was pretty clearly trending, and I mean, it's pretty clear that it pulled back, and it's been a strong stock. So I kind of played this wrong, and towards the end of the day I actually made another trade, but I'll get to that in a second. RXT Red Hat, I kind of gave this a couple of tries. I just wanted to actually no, just one try. I saw a wedge here, and I just wanted to get involved in the middle of the wedge, just a small 200 share position. My stop was below 90 cents, and I was stopped out pretty quickly, about right there. It didn't really do much after this. Kind of just tanked from there. Really, the trades was early on. Probably get involved in this pullback, or maybe here, or maybe this pullback. But right here would be a little tough, and there wasn't follow through at all. So after that, I kind of went to work. It was a very uneventful morning, and work was extremely busy. But suddenly, I noticed some action on Gold, so I kind of wanted to get involved. It was just something happened. I don't know, something happened. I flipped over, old tapped, and wow, it just dropped like crazy. So I looked at a smaller time frame because I wanted to try to get involved. So I looked at the 1 minute. So when I first saw, or when I first wanted to get involved, I noticed that there was somewhat of a bear flag, potential bear flag here. So I just wanted to get in small as a feeler, just to see how the bids and offers were being taken and how fast, just to get involved. That's all. So I shorted here and I was stopped out pretty quickly. So now that I know that my offers was getting taken pretty quickly, then I thought some additional buying would happen. So I kind of just waited and waited because I wanted to kind of wait for my pitch. I wanted it to continue pulling in, and then eventually, once it broke this kind of broke this channel, or this little mini uptrend, that I was short on a break. So, boom, oops, it happened. But the problem was, right at that moment, when I was waiting for this exact move to happen, someone walked into my cube and I had to take care of something. So I came back and I saw that gold had moved this much already. I think it was like right here already, and I don't know, I could have made what, at least maybe a point or something. I don't know, maybe I would have shorted here and it probably wouldn't have covered until maybe right there, or maybe I would just hold on, and I don't know. But the point is, I missed this opportunity, and that kind of put me on tilt. So I tried to give this another chance. I wanted to, which pullback? I wanted to kind of short on this break here, which I did. It worked out initially, but eventually it pulled back. My stop was above this area, so I stopped out there. Then right before I left for lunch, I was watching, sorry, I have to draw this line. I was watching ESRX again, and it was trading, like this. It was kind of, I was waiting for it to break this uptrend, and I was telling someone that I wanted to short it if it broke the uptrend, and then they mentioned about how they didn't really want to fade against a strong stock. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to fade it. I'm just gonna short it. I'm just going to be patient, wait for the uptrend, and do it then. Because as you can see here, there was kind of a inside bar happening here, and I wanted to short it below it. I think I had a trigger for below 34. See, I think it was in the 13 minute. This one here. So the low was 34. I wanted to short below it. So I had that order, but for whatever reason, I ended up offering 49s. I ended up fading the stock when I specifically said I wasn't going to. And once I realized, like, what the heck am I doing? I covered at 50. So I didn't really lose any money on this trade. Just lost like what $2 or whatever. But the whole point is, this was a very uncharacteristic play. I don't have any rules or plays that tell me to short against a strong stock like this, and this trade just made no sense to me. Same thing with gold. I mean, actually no, I don't really hate gold that much. I was trying to re-short on the pullback here with a stop above the recent high, but it's because I missed this trade that caused me to just do dumb things. So although today I didn't lose that much money, I mean, I'm well below my daily stop out, but just the fact that these 2 trades or 3 trades was very, very uncharacteristic of me and totally against what I've been trying to prevent myself from doing. And that's just a big disappointment. But the only thing I could do is recognize that it was wrong, understand what happens when you do things that you're not supposed to, and just accept it and try to get better. That's really all you can do. So that was pretty much my day. But I also wanted to update on another trade that I had yesterday. So I told you I took some HCA home overnight because I liked it above 26, and what do you know? It overnight worked, and it went as high as 27 today, 27.30. So I actually kind of panicked and sold some when it kept dropping down here. Sold a little bit around there, but I still have the rest. I should have maybe taken out some around 27s, but it's okay. I'm still holding on to it. Another thing I did today was I initiated a long position on ROVI. I kind of liked yesterday how it was kind of peeking through this little downtrend here. So I was kind of hoping that it's somewhat of a triangle or a potential triangle here with my out below here. But I was hoping to get involved in this area, and I did end up buying some on these pullbacks. So I bought some here on this pullback, and I bought some more like down here on this pullback. So I'm holding these for a short-term swing, and we'll see how that goes. But that's all for today. Tomorrow, more of the same. Try to focus on a few stocks. One thing I do want to keep eye on tomorrow is SNDK. It had breaking news that will go with guidance, so that's going to be on my watch list. MON, it had earnings tomorrow morning, so all the ag should be in play. MON, POT, MOS. So I'm gonna work on doing some charting tonight. Maybe be able to make some trades off of these agriculture stocks tomorrow. But there you have it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.